Hello, welcome back to my channel. We have the very last Boxy Luxe. Now, it's not that I'm not going to get this anymore, but Boxycharm is officially merging with Ipsy finally. They did talk about doing this like a year or two ago when Ipsy acquired Boxycharm, and they're just now merging the boxes. So the next time I get a Boxy Luxe, it's going to be called something different. So the box itself is still going to be around, but with this title, this will be the very last one. So if you want to see what I got in this quarters Boxy Luxe, then just keep on watching. Okay, before we get started, make sure you are subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll keep doing unboxings. The pricing of this, as far as I know, is going to be the same. You're just every month going to have, or every quarter, I'll have the option if I want to upgrade or not. If I decide not to that quarter, then I will get the base box. But I believe like Ipsy's equivalent to Boxycharm's base box is going away. So you'll still have like the $16 bag, which used to be 10, years ago. And then you'll have the base box, and then you'll have the option to upgrade to Luxe, whatever they're calling it. They're supposed to be sending out emails sometime this month. Because we're just going to be using Ipsy's website. Boxycharm's individual website, I believe, is going away. So I will try and link what I can down below. I have peeked in here. I have variation 412. I believe there's a ton of variations from what I understand. So I'm going to pull out the items that I picked first, and I think it was these two. I think these, because you get to pick 2 items. I think going forward, even in the base box, you're going to be able to choose 3, and then when this one comes around quarterly, you'll be able to pick 3 products too. So let's get it. Okay, so the first item I'm going to pull out, and I think this is one that I picked, is the Fenty Skin Pre-Show Glow. It's an instant retexturizing treatment. Has a reusable applicator. Wet reusable applicator in your face with water. Pour a small amount of solution onto the applicator. Scrub face for 30 to 60 seconds. Rinse. Use 2 times a week. So this is like a chemical exfoliator is what it sounded like. So here's the reusable applicator. It honestly looks like a wristband from like the 80s, but it's probably like slightly textured. And then you get the little bottle of the instant retexturizing treatment. My skin's been really bad since having surgery. Like, it was bad before, but after having surgery, it's been worse. So this sounded, I have some like gritty exfoliators, but I don't really have anything like this anymore. So that's what prompted me when I was making choices, like thinking ahead that I would probably need a good exfoliator. And then I probably could tell you what that retails for. $40. It says it's 10% AHA, which is alpha hydroxy acid. It's a treatment. The treatment clarifies, purifies, and smooths skin by gently clearing out dull cells on the surface and going deep into pores to smooth, refine, brighten, and even texture over time. And the box said use twice a week. The other thing that I picked, because right now you get to pick 2 things. Like I mentioned before, it's going to go up to 3 for the base box, and I don't know if we're going to get to do more than 3 for the big box when it rolls around. I don't remember. This is a TLC Happy Scalp Scrub. This is from Drunk Elephant. This is by Drunk Elephant and Chris McMillan. It refines and volumizes. I've never been a huge fan of scalp scrubs just because I have a hard time getting them into my scalp because I have a lot of hair, but my husband's hair is longer, like it comes down to about here, but he doesn't have as, because my hair is like all the way, like down to the middle of my back. He's got an oily scalp, so this is definitely something that can benefit him. So I figured I would get this and try it. Drunk Elephant's a good brand. I haven't used a ton. This is only $36, so this is actually pretty cheap for Drunk Elephant, and you get 6 fluid ounces. So him having an oily scalp, this is definitely something he needs. It says AHA and BHA acid blend that breaks down and dissolves dead skin cells, and styling product buildup, gently exfoliates. So this sounded, we don't have anything like this, and I don't have anything quite like this, so those are both, we're going to be using those right away. The next thing we have is bubble wrap. I'll leave the card out. This box is so cumbersome. The next thing in here is a complexion brush duo. It says it's a foundation and sculpting bronzer brush from LYS, which is exciting. This retails for $30. I like everything that I've tried from LYS this far. Oh, when it said duo, I was thinking it was dual-sided, one of those like double-ended. So that's nice that it's not. I was still going to open it, but I was thinking in my head that it was a double-sided brush. So let's see. We've got the sculpting side, the sculpting brush, which feels nice. I think I'll actually put these in my little brush cups here. And then this one's the foundation brush. They feel really soft. This is the kind of like foundation brush that I like. You can kind of see the difference between the sculpting and the foundation. So I'm going to put those up in my brush holder right now, and we'll give those a go. I had to go through my brushes recently. They were too full. I couldn't pull anything out of there. Okay. So the next thing we have is from Iconic London. This is a multi-use lip and cheek palette. I don't know how I feel about that. This retails for $55. Create a fresh face flush with a pop of pout enhancing color. 6 multi-use dewy cream shades. If I can get the box open. What does it say? Provide an instant pick-me-up to the complexion. So you can use them on your lips or face. Okay. I do like the packaging. It's very sleek. I'm trying to figure out where I can put the garbage because it's like falling out of the lid. Okay. So it's just white packaging. It's plastic. It feels a little light. Iconic London, well, I think they're considered a drugstore brand. I always see them on the drugstore side at Ulta. They're kind of pricey for, like, I feel like this, for $55, I feel like the plastic on this could be a little bit thicker. So it's a blush palette, a cream blush palette, essentially, because I will probably never use these for lipstick shades, but that's what it looks like. There is a plastic sheet that I don't, if I can get it up without digging my fingers into the pans. There we go. I like the shade range that's in here. I'm gonna touch this. So there's the red, and then we'll do like these mauve shades. It feels nice. I'm wondering how these dry down. Hopefully they dry down some and don't stay creamy. I'm not a huge fan. There's the mauve shade, very sheer. That red shade definitely has more pigment in it. Let me see if I can. There's the lighter color. Just trying to see how that blends out. There we go. There is some pigment in them, and they are buildable as long as I'm going to leave those on my hands because hopefully those don't stay creamy. I'm not a fan of like cream products that don't set, if that makes sense, but I'm not mad at this because I've been trying to get more into cream products, and this is big enough, like you could definitely put a brush in there and apply it and be fine. So I'm not upset about that. The next thing we have is this is from Uma. This is the Drama Bomb Extreme Volume Mascara. I don't have a ton of mascaras open. This is, it says KEM. Looks like it's a black. I'm not going to try and pronounce that because it will probably be wrong. But the packaging is pretty. And this retails for $19.50. Like I said, I don't have a ton of mascaras open right now, so I'm going to open this. And I'll actually use it. I like the brush. It reminds me of the Too Faced one kind of. It's that hourglass. Just smells like a normal mascara. So generally with mascaras, they get better once they've been used and some air gets in there a little bit. So I will definitely try that. I'm not upset about that. And then we have something from Too Faced. This is that tattoo pencil liner. This is a long wear gel pencil. It's in Trooper Black. I did open this and look at it. I will keep this and use it. I don't have any of Too Faced. I don't have any of KVD's liners as far as their pencils go. And I like that it is a twist up. It's not sharpenable, as I hate the plastic ones like Color Pops because I can never get them to sharpen really nicely. So it's just a black. It says it's long wearing. I don't know if it's waterproof per se. It just says all day wear. It feels creamy, so it's something that I could definitely use on the upper lash line and do kind of like that smudgy winged look that's really popular. So I am happy to have this. And it retails for $22. Like I said, I've never used, I have their liquid liner still. They're black and they're brown, but I've never used one of KVD's pencil liners. The next thing in here is a primer. And I don't know. Grown Alchemist. This is the anti-pollution primer. And it retails for $42. It says create the perfect base for makeup with this lightweight hydrating gel primer featuring bioactive botanical ingredients that provide double duty protection against pollution and blue light, while instantly blurring wrinkles and pores for smooth, flawless skin. And it what did I say what it retails for? $42. The Grown Alchemist, I have seen their stuff in boxes before, and it comes in a metal. It's a pink tube, but it's metal. So this is the primer. I don't know that blue light's a real thing. The anti-pollution shield. The smoothing claims sound nice. It says allow primer to dry completely before applying foundation. I'm curious. I don't normally open. I have other primers that are open, so I don't know if I'm going to open this one right. I'm curious about the smoothing properties on that. I don't necessarily care about the blue light thing. I don't know if that's real. And then let's see. We do have another card in here, which is looks like there's information in here. I can read some of this at the end if you're curious. And we've got one more thing in here, and it is from Pat McGrath. This is the Celestial Nirvana eyeshadow palette in Bronze Bliss, which is exciting because I only have one Pat McGrath palette. I have one of the Mothership palettes, the Divine Rose 2. So it's kind of nice to have a little like companion for that. I did open this and look at it, but I didn't swatch anything. It's got one matte and 4 shimmers that all look really pretty. And I like that the matte is a black. or at least a dark, like charcoal gray, just because I can use it with the other palette that I have to kind of deepen up looks without having to pull in a different brand. This shade in the middle feels, it's this one right here. I don't know. Lunar Luxury is very wet feeling, and that looks really pretty. So I'm excited to have this. Again, it's just a little 5-pan. This retails for $36, but I'm happy to add this. It's definitely not something I would have bought on my own, but I am happy. Like, that's a beautiful shade. If you're curious about what's on my face, this is all by Creature Cosmetics. I did film a video, so I will link that if you're curious, but I used a separate shimmer than what was in their palette, and like, this is definitely like a palette I would pull in just for one of the shimmer shades, because it's like, that's really, really pretty. So I'm happy to have that. So let's recap. Let's see, I got a palette, mascara, an eyeliner, a primer, a cream, cheek palette, 2 brushes, exfoliator for my face, and my hair. I'm very happy with this box. I'm glad that I didn't cancel Luxe, because I was on the fence for about a year, but the last year that I've had them, the boxes have been really, really good. The year before that, they were very skincare heavy, very kind of just so-so, but I am happy that I stuck it out with them. Now let's see. It does talk about the choice in here, so you'll get to choose 3 products. For your base box. Let's see. Boxy Luxe will be called the Icon Box. It will contain 8, we'll still get 8 full-size products, and we'll be able to choose 3. Okay, so it's 3 for both. That was the only thing I really wanted to make sure of. So instead of picking 1 for the base box, we'll get to pick 3, and we'll still get to pick 3 for this box. So that's nice. And I think the 2 products that we don't pick in the base box, everybody's getting, it kind of sounds like, maybe. So we'll see. They're supposed to start converting like the website this month, and then I think choice drops the beginning of April. You only have like 2 or 3 days to pick. So if you don't get on there and pick right away, you won't be able to. Yeah, April 2nd and 3rd. And it'll be the 2nd and 3rd every month. So you only have 2 days to pick your items, which is the main difference now. I think they give you longer right now. So that's the only drawback. If you have the boxes and you want to pick your items, you have to go on there by the 3rd, or you won't be able to pick. Which makes sense, because you do customization on the 2nd and 3rd, and then they start assembling and putting out the boxes. So we're probably going to get boxes later in the month, but that doesn't really bother me. Mine come pretty late anyway. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this month's box. Are you guys still subscribed to Boxycharm? Are you excited about the changes that are coming? Let me know. Let me know how you guys are doing. My recovery from surgery has been very, very slow, and it's very hard to film. So I'm trying to film when I'm able to, but that's why, like, there's been kind of spaces in between. But thank you guys so, so much. I love you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye, everybody.